Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, aka the alter ego of the world's worst superhero, the Spoiler Man, and we have some new images that have just brought some light to the dark night we've been experiencing in 2020. Throughout this video, we're going to be breaking down everything and going over more of the evidence to support the theory that Barry Keoghan is the Mad Hatter. There might be some spoilers here, so if you don't want anything about the film ruined, then I highly recommend that you turn off now. Make sure you click the thumbs up button if you enjoy this video, and also subscribe to the channel to slide down the bat pole with us every week. Terrible pun as always, but thank you for clicking this. Now let's get into the video. Okay, so since I saw you last time, we had some terrible news in regards to the release date of the film. Due to the pandemic, June has taken its spot in October next year, and the movie is now scheduled to release on the 4th of March 2022. It's going to be ice if we ever get the chance to see it, but I have to admit when I first heard this news, I felt like a little snowflake crumbling away, completely devastated that the film we were supposed to be getting next year was put on ice even more. So bad. However, today there have been some images that have melted my cold heart. These show Robert Pattinson in full action, and it pretty much confirms that all the rumours about him being sent home from the project for not being in shape are delusions. Delusions! I don't want to focus on those reports too much as, you know, they don't come from the best sources, and I think they've been posted kind of just to fit the narrative that Pattinson is going to be a bad Batman, which is something that is still being pushed by certain aspects of the fan community, even though, in my opinion, the trailer should have shut that all down. But everyone is entitled to their opinion, just don't go making stuff up for clicks, you bad boy. Now if you cast your mind back to earlier in the year, I don't know exactly when, as it feels so long ago, but there was a point when filming was being set up outside a courthouse in Liverpool. This featured several railings and a Warner Brothers truck to confirm that it was indeed going to be part of the film. However, filming had to be shut down, and thus we waited for about 84 years until we finally found out today that this is actually going to be showing what looks like it could be part of the funeral scene or something to do with the death of the mayor. The working title of Vengeance has been displayed at the set, but this is very much just a production name, as we do know from the trailer, poster and logo that it will indeed be called The Batman. Now from the trailer, we also know that the funeral will be happening in a cathedral, so I'm still unsure that these are actually linked, as the outside of this building looks different to the interior that we saw in the film. However, that is something that movies just do in general, and the photo that's at his funeral does seem to be there as well, so they could be one and the same. Look, I don't know. Please don't click away. Now the footage that we have seen of the event also makes it seem like the people are dressed for such an occasion, and there are several black umbrellas and black suits which are typical of funerals. Bruce is also wearing the same clothes that he was in the trailer at this point, and with his hair being the same, it does seem to all be linked. World's greatest detective right here. Now if they are, then I can imagine that this happens just before the events of the funeral. As we know, there's an explosion at it that could have caused damage to the picture at this point. Again, not sure how they tend to do it with these kinds of stands, and they may have printed more than one, but hey, let me know if you know, as we don't know if they're linked or not. If only there was some way I could quickly find out everything on Earth at the touch of a button. But I guess not. Now from what we can see, it does seem there are people paying tribute to the fallen mayor, as several bouquets are placed around the stand. As we know from the behind the scenes info, the Riddler killed him because he was incredibly corrupt, and it is interesting to see how the people still adore the political figure even though he was likely a monster. Almost like real life, eh? We also get a look at what happens to be Bruce Wayne's car, and it's very slick and grounded, whilst also feeling very similar to the one in year one. As we already know, he does have a Batmobile, but it seems like he's sort of keeping his personal life in line with the choice of car. The guy obviously loves them, and probably adapted the Batmobile from a similar model to this in order to develop his ride. Yes, it comes in black. Now we've seen several other vehicles, including a news van that is obviously reporting on the event, probably doing a better job than me as well. There was also a police car that was hanging around the area, which was likely there to provide security. Now what we all want to talk about though is Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, and there's been several high quality shots of him posted online. They show him attending the do with his Spider-Man 3 hairstyle firmly in place, and very much give this dark and gritty feel. Now, a lot of complaints I've seen over the film are that this guy doesn't really seem like he has a Bruce Wayne playboy persona, and instead he's pretty much just a depressed emo that would likely be suspected of being Batman straight away. I will say that though, in the graphic novel Zero Year, Bruce in that hadn't really developed his alter ego yet, and throughout the work he's spent a lot of his time either as Batman or in his cave working away. That seems to be very much in place in this film too, and even upon attending events he's very low key, and at points even hiding away and spying on the proceedings. I think throughout the film we will see him develop this persona, as it's only after Alfred convinces him in the comics that he really starts to adopt one. So lots of things going on here, and another interesting element is that Barry Keoghan helps Bruce to park his car. I don't have an image of this, but have heard things from people at the scene that state he was indeed there, and yeah, dude bro, come on, trust me bro, no it's me this time, yeah it's me. Now if you checked out our last video on the Batman, you'll know that we heard from extras on the set that one character wasn't who they were being listed as, and that it went far deeper than what we'd been told. In the video we discussed how Keoghan could be the Joker, but another theory that we went over was that he might actually be the Mad Hatter and would be masquerading as a policeman in order to carry out his crimes within the confines of the law. As I said, we've already done a full breakdown on the subject which will be linked at the end, but today we uncovered a bit more evidence to support that he could be Mad Hatter, and that is because on the 31st of January he actually posted an image of himself under a hat. Now shoutouts to Brooklyn Batman for discovering this, and this photo was actually taken before his casting in the film was announced. At the time the film would have been close to having him brought in, and it's only because of the pandemic that it was delayed. Actors often do these kind of things to tease what will be happening with them, but this normally comes post announcement and not before, as at this point in time we had absolutely no way of publicly knowing that he was connected to the property. Around the time of this image coming out, it was actually being reported that both Firefly and Mad Hatter would be making up the additional villains in the movie, so seeing this does seem to make a lot of sense when we start to put the pieces together. Either way, whether he is or isn't, I'm so glad that we have some amazing new images from the film that we can spend hours looking at. It was said that filming would take place solely inside for the foreseeable future, so I'm glad that they actually have some more outdoor shots minus the social distancing. As of making this video, we also have reports that Zoe Kravitz is at the scene, however I haven't been able to verify this, so by the time I posted this video, hopefully we have a bit more information. The film and this look is absolutely phenomenal though, and hopefully it's not going to be too long before we get some more amazing new images from the project. I kinda hope they move the release date up a bit, but yeah, for now, at least we have something like this to talk about. Obviously, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video and the images, so make sure you comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed it, then please drop a thumbs up, and make sure you check out our breakdown of our Barry Keoghan theories in full, which are going to be linked at the end. Don't forget we're also giving away 3 copies of the Marvel Phase 1 box set, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is like the video, make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and drop a comment below. The winner is going to be chosen at random on the 30th of October, so make sure you get involved. If you want to support the channel and get to see content early, then please consider clicking the join button below. You can also come chat to us on our Discord server linked in the description, or at Heavy Spoilers on Twitter. Thanks for making it until the end of the video, you've been the best, I've been Paul, I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.